what a lovely day. Now, I've got a bit of a controversial vlog today, in so much as why is it that I think, I think that I hate motovlogging. And it's a bit of a subject, is this, but let me explain. Let me get cracking, and I'll explain. Now this all stems back a lot of years, really, I guess, and let me get out of here. Yeah, it all stems back a lot of years, and as you get older, and I think a little bit wiser, you tend to look back over the years. Now I'm 62, which is not very old in my mind. I don't feel old. I don't feel any older than I did when I was a kid. But digressing as I normally do, my subject today is why I hate motovlogging, or think I hate motovlogging. Now, many years ago when I was a kid growing up, there were no such thing as computers. Now, the thing I'm talking into now, my camera, and the thing you're watching now at the front, is a computer in its own right. It's got a microprocessor inside that takes all your instructions, etc. So I'm blaming motovlogging, along with a wide variety of different technology, which includes computers, iPhones, iPads, cameras, anything and everything that's controlled by a microprocessor, including cars, motorbikes. I can go on and on and on and on. Brewing, mechanical machines that make things. Now this is all very, very good stuff, I think you'll say. However, let me give you a few negatives to that perception. Now, when I was growing up, I had a great growing up time from, I guess, about 6, 7, when my mum used to let me out, because it was safe on the streets then. And I used to play with my mates. We used to go long walks, we used to go bike rides, we used to climb trees, we used to play in playgrounds, we used to stand on the corner and play marbles, we used to do lots of things with skipping rope, as balls, cricket bats, tennis bats, swimming, God knows what, right? It was all very, very healthy sort of, if you like, exercise that we used to do. We grew up fairly fit, I would say. Now, this is nice down here. Nice bit of water, look. So we grew up fit and healthy, and then I reached about 15, 16, it was time to leave school and go to work. And when I went to work, the jobs in my day when we went to work were making things, producing things. Because we didn't have microprocessors when, well, I suppose we did, because we got a man to the moon, but we, the common folk, if you like, didn't have microprocessors and computers. There wasn't even a bloody calculator, electronic calculator, when I started work. But any road up, I'm digressing again. Now the thing is, suddenly from nowhere it seemed, I think it was Mr. Sinclair who started the ball rolling in the UK when he brought out a computer that Joe Soap could afford, and I ended up getting a Commodore 64, which was far superior to the Spectrum, I thought anyway. And there I was playing about on a computer, and that was the start of my wasted life, if you like. Now that sounds a bit OTT, and it passes a little bit OTT, but thinking back, I think that's where it all started. The fact that I was hooked on computers, and I did the normal things as you did with a Commodore 64. You put a tape in, you loaded a game, and you played Hunchback and bloody Donkey Kong or whatever it is. And also did a bit of programming, you know, making the screen flash on and off, etc. And I got hooked on computers. And from that day on, I've always been hooked on computers. I've enjoyed, well, I thought I've enjoyed messing about with computers. But now, about 5-6 years ago maybe, they got as far as they needed to go with computers. As far as I was concerned, they were fast enough, fast enough for what I wanted. They did the things I wanted to do on it. But then they decided to carry on because they need to make sales of these computers. So what they do, the software developers, they develop new software that's not needed because the old software does the job just as good. But in doing that, it slows the machine down, the computer machine. So you're forced into buying a new machine to cope with the program that is not as good as the program you bought before. Now I know I'm rambling on a little bit, but going forward, what benefits have we had from all these upgrades, all these new computers? What benefit have we got from that? Now, turning that a bit farther forward, a lot of my life has been involved with sitting in front of a computer, pressing keys, doing certain things, getting frustrated because the software's shite. This car go past. Because the software's shite. Now, I've spent most of my life, I suppose, titting about with computers, and I would gladly swap Motovlogging and give that back and not have a microprocessor. I would gladly go back to not having a computer. I'd gladly go back to not having an iPhone. I would give all that away to get back to normality, where people, instead of when they come to visit you, like my sons are in the 30s, they come in holding an iPhone and they can hardly hold a conversation with you because they're updating their Facebook status or Twittering or whatever it's called, or vlogging, that's me. So it's an infection. It's not, we're all infected from, I reckon, 5 up to 95. We're all infected with these microprocessing bits and bobs. And like I say, I'd gladly give all that up to get back to people talking to one another, eating round a table, going out and having a pint, socialising, kids playing in the streets, getting healthy, fresh air in the lungs, instead of the system that we've got now where we're all addicted to microprocessors, even down to the beautiful motorbikes we're riding nowadays. Microprocessors. If anything goes wrong with them, you try getting them mended. And I've just wondered where all this is heading, because I don't think it's heading in a good direction. And I'd love to hear your comments on this subject, and I'm sure I'll get a few thumbs down or whatever, but I think it's a fairly interesting subject, and I honestly believe we would have been better without the microprocessor. So that's my vlog for today. Thanks for watching the old farm, and if you like my channel, give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you want. But there I am, vlogging on microprocessors, and I dare say I'll go on to a computer and I'll probably upload it, and I'm as guilty as the rest. But can I get off this, if you like, roundabout? It'd be nice to think I could, but I'd be on my own, wouldn't I? Any road up. Speak to you another day. Bye.